Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So, round one just started. Jarrell Miller versus Tomasz Adamek. Jarrell's walking him down right now. Adamek is landing some punches. He's moving around. He just rolled under a left hand by Jarrell. Jarrell stalking him with the high guard. Adamek is getting off he's getting off punches, and then he's moving. He just did a good job with the left hand there. Left hand to the body, left hook up top. Jarrell just walking him down. He outweighs Adamek by 90 pounds. Ooh, good uppercut by Jarrell. Another good uppercut by Jarrell. Now Jarrell's pressing him. He's landing shots on Adamek. You can tell just the size difference, man. Adamek is moving around. Good lead right hand. He's landing shots to, Jarrell got the high guard up, so he's able to land shots to the high guard and to Jarrell's ribs, and he's moving, but it's like it's having no effect as of right now. It's not. Good body shot by Adamek. He's moving around well. He's getting caught uppercuts. Good right lead uppercut by Jarrell. Jarrell just went for a home run left hook and missed, but Adamek landed his left hook. Good body shots by Jarrell. Jarrell's keeping that pressure on him by just good body shot by Adamek, like he was hurt. Like he bent over for a moment there. Adamek's letting combinations go. He's trying to implement the right game plan. Let his hands go and move and circle out. He's even going out to his left and right. He's not going back in a straight line. Jarrell got him against the ropes right now. Adamek did a good job getting off the ropes. Good body shot by Jarrell. Right hand. Good body shot by Adamek. Another good body shot by Adamek. You could just tell the difference in the power, man. When Jarrell's hitting them, they're thudding hard shots, and when Adamek's hitting him, like they're just little shoe shine type shots, but he's landing some good shots. It just don't look like it's having an effect. So right now, good body shots by Adamek. Jarrell pressing against ropes. Good body shot by Jarrell. What's good, James Coleman? What's good, God of War? Round one's over. I mean, Adamek was scoring points, moving around. Seems like Jarrell was getting it seemed like his shots were hurting Adamek more. I get that one to Jarrell. You could probably argue that Adamek maybe outlanded him, landed some little shoe shine shots here and there, but Jarrell hurt him with that left hook to that body. It made Adamek bend over. Looked like he put more hurt on Adamek during that round. I'll give it to Jarrell, man. He was getting laced up coming forward, but he had his guards up, blocking some of the punches. So Adamek could throw a 4 or 5 punch combination. Maybe only 2 of them landed. You know what I mean? So Arjun Gunnaby, I appreciate that, man. For those of you, John, I see some people are on. I'm not showing any footage of the fight. All right, it's just my audio. Haplotype, what is good? He says, what up? Are you watching it? Yep. Johnny Payne was good. All right, so start round 2. I gave round 1. I'm going to go get that one to Jarrell, man. They're in the center of the ring. Adamek is leading with that left hand. He's going left hook to the head, then left hook to the body. Sometimes he'll go left hook to the body, then left hook to the head. So he's trying to work his left hand. Technically, he's throwing good shots. He has the right mindset. He just, when he's turning, he's pivoting it off. Turning with the high guard. He's doing, yeah, Miller's putting on pressure. Chopping him up now. Body shots. Uppercut. Ooh, he's going to go down. Good uppercut. He's down. Jarrell just was out doing all that talking. Jarrell walking him down, chopping him up with overhand rights, left hooks, and a right uppercut upstairs. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he don't want no more. It was too much. He tried the time to count, but you can just tell that he was. Look at Jarrell. Look at Jarrell. He doing the whole strap around my waist. Yeah, it was too much, man. You could just tell. I don't need this no more, but you can just tell by you could tell that the pressure was getting to him, man. It's just 90 pounds is hard to overcome, yo, especially when he's the younger guy, the stronger guy. the more hungry guy at this stage of their careers, you know. But we expected Miller to get this victory. Did I think he was going to stop Adamek in the second round? No, I probably leaning more towards round 7, 8 when he catches up to him, because I thought Adamek will possibly be able to keep up moving, throwing combos, moving, but there was no way he was going to be able to keep. Jarrell went over there and gave him a hug, whatever, showing him respect. You know, Adamek did win a world title at light heavy and cruiser. You know what I mean? But at this stage, especially being 41, Adamek is in shape for a 41-year-old. But you know what I mean? Just the size, yeah. Ooh, good right up. Yeah, that right uppercut just folded him, man. Just made him snap his head back and made him fall. And Jarrell was working on that. Jarrell doing the Aaron Rodgers, you know, put the title belt around my waist thing right now. Yeah, and then when the ref was counting them, it was a right. Jarrell was surgical with that right hand. He threw a right hook to the body, a right hook upstairs, and then a right uppercut. 3-punch right hand combination. Ooh. That uppercut that dropped him, man, snapped his head back. This is how you make a statement. People can say, oh, but it's against, okay, yeah, it was against a 41-year-old former light heavyweight and cruiserweight champion. You're right. But when you get in these positions, it makes you look good by going in there and doing this clean, crushing, devastating blowout. You know what I mean? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Because had Jarrell went the distance and just eked out a decision or just won on points, people would have been like, man, he couldn't even knock out a guy he weighed, outweighed by 90 pounds. So I'm glad Jarrell, if you're going to win just like this. Put that pressure on him. Them body shots was getting to him. It's like everything he was throwing was having an effect. The body shots, the shots upstairs, everything. Yeah, so that quick man fight's already over. Jarrell Miller, second round beatdown of Tomasz Adamek. Jarrell came in at 317, man, which is very high. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, Jarrell Miller is one of them type of dudes. He reminds me of a National Football League player, an NFL player, man, where those guys are like they play on the offensive line and defensive line, where you may see them and not think much of them as an athlete, but then when you actually see them move around, they have good footwork. They're nimble on their feet. They're quick. Some people can, they can jump high. I mean, they'll just amaze you with their athleticism. You know what I mean? And Jarrell's one of them type of dudes where he can put out a high work rate at 300 plus pounds. He can put out a high work rate. He's a committed body puncher, something that I like. But this was easy work, man. This was easy work. Let me see what y'all talk about in the comments section. God of War, James Coleman, what's up? Arnold Gunderby, what's up? Johnny Payne, Walter Martinez, what's good? Diego 619, easy work. Yes, it was, man. Easy work. Let's hear see what Jarrell talking about. Let me see. That's what he did. Put his hands up, come forward, rip him to the body, beat him down, walk him down, stalk him, and beat him down. You had predicted a knockout this fight, but I don't think even you predicted a second round type of knockout. What were you seeing early on? I noticed that my side was coming forward, and he missed a couple shots, and he was winded from just missing. So I noticed that this big guy's not going to be a sitting target. I'm going to keep coming forward. Just have fun, and that was it. Go to the body and mix up the middle a little bit. As Tomasz Adamek was getting up slowly, trying to get up, I noticed you in the corner wrapping the belt around your waist. We know you want to fight for a title. What's next for Jarrell Miller? It was more than the title too. It was just showing the people, the black poster that I love them and I support them as well, and not just being a New York or American champion. So this is the third Polish guy that is this the third Polish dude that Jarrell done beat up? Adamek, Wak. I think it's just two. Talk about AJ and keep him away from me right now. But what can I say about Eddie, man? He's made promises. Pete, I'm gonna get to you in a minute, man. You asked me what I think of Dubois. I'm gonna get to you in 1 second. Jarrell pretty much just saying stuff that he's been saying for the last year. We already know who he wants to fight. Oh yeah, so Jarrell pretty much just been saying the same stuff he's been saying over the last year. All right, see what you guys talking about, man. Some people, oh yeah, so BK Boxing 8 says he is still too heavy. I mean, yeah, 317 pounds for somebody that's 6'4" boxer. Yes, you would think that's way too heavy. Um, he carries the weight well. You know, is the dude is the way he's built though. He has big ass thighs and calves, and he's just a big dude. He just reminds me of an NFL player boxing. That's just that's what it looks like to me. Um, I remember when I did my first. It's funny because when I did my first prospect watch video on Jarrell, I think the weight that I thought would be comfortable for him was like 255. So it's funny that a couple years later now he's even bigger than he was then. You know what I mean? But well, we will see how far this carries him. Maybe this won't really affect him until he gets like in his mid 30s if he still is fighting around that time. Maybe it could be a point where it affects him then. But right now, it looks like he's carrying the weight well. Sometimes with being overweight, sometimes the thing I worry about is not so much about not only stamina is your balance. Because sometimes when you're really heavy, it's hard for you to keep balance, especially when you're overthrowing your right hooks and left hook or whatever punch it is that you're throwing. You can get off balance because you're carrying so much weight, unnecessary weight. And you're not as sharp as you should be had you come in at a little better shape. All right, let's see. Pete, he says, "What do you think about Daniel, or what do you think about Dubois' personality or yeah, personality? Very, very good fighter, but is sure he has the personality to get to the very top." His personality. Shit. Look, Evander Holyfield. He wasn't a real rah rah type dude or anything like that. Or the Klitschko's wasn't like that. So you don't necessarily have to have that type of boisterous and outlandish type of personality to get to the top. Um, but I think once he gets in there, once he has the right opponent that can get under his skin to like sell one of his fights, once he gets up in the ranks, then maybe we may see a different side of him. But there's always two sides to what the fans will want. Sometimes fans like the guy that quiet and humble, and sometimes people want the guy that's outlandish, like a Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? So to me, it's his hands, man. Can you throw them hands? That's more what I'm looking at. If you're a smack talker, a loud talker, that's cool. I love listening to that. But if you're more just to being a quiet guy and just show what you can do on fight night, I'm good with that as well. Especially if you've been showing that you can do that over years, over the years, people will know that okay, this dude can fight. He may not sell the fight for us, but the dude can get in there and throw his hands. Now, may that affect him for outside the ring things, for him getting his brand out there and his name out there, possibly because you got to open your mouth and you do have to have some type of personality to sell to the casuals. Because hardcores will respect your fight game. Casuals they'll respect the fight game, your fight game inside the ring, but sometimes they want to be sold um, on your mouthpiece. You know what I mean? Sometimes the hardcore fans do as well. I love a good build up, but shit, I I knew that there's some fights you go into you knowing that the build up's not going to be a rah rah build up, and you still enjoy those fights. He says Dubois is painfully shy. Yeah, I've seen him give some little short, yes, no, yes, I just train hard. Like I've seen him give those bland type of responses in his interviews, man. But the dude's only 21 though, man. So, you know, just give him some time to develop and grow, man. He's not used to all the cameras like that as he's getting up there, man. So he's only 21. So once he gets a little bit more privy to how things work, using social media. He uses it, but it's more just showing him hitting the bag. He's not really talking and saying much. And they got Tony Bellew in the ring. I like that little jacket he got on, the little Letterman Muhammad Ali jacket. That's dope. I like that. I like that jacket. All right, see what y'all. Okay, y'all talking about some upcoming matchups. Lewis Hinton says, "Good job, big baby." Mr. Dex Factor 87 says, "What was the point in this fight, man? Miller still isn't fighting anybody. Shake my head. He needs to step his competition up." Yeah, on paper it was a fight that Jarrell should have went in there and whooped the dude's ass, and he went in there and did what he had to do. As far as him stepping up and fighting some better comp, I totally agree. This was not a fight I was clamoring for or jumping up and down when it was announced. I actually scratched my head about it. I would have liked to see Jarrell take the Pulev fight, but Hughie Fury stepped in to take that fight. Brazil also didn't take the fight, and Dillian White didn't take the Pulev fight. It seems as if like those guys did not want to go to Bulgaria and fight him. When it was offered to Jarrell, I wanted him to take it. He didn't. He went with this. Now this is over with. He can damn near take another fight before year's end. Shit, I heard Luis Ortiz need an opponent for December 1st. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to see something like that. You know what I mean? But yes, I definitely agree. He does need to get one. Now, okay, he's beaten the guys that have WAC, right? He competed for a world title, so he has beat guys that were title contenders. You know what I mean? So once we get that, to me, once you get past the stage of being like a former title holder who's a little bit past it, maybe in the middle, trying to give it one more shot or one more go, or he's visibly on the other side of his career. Once you beat those guys, or the guys that have competed for world titles and been in title eliminators, once you beat those guys, then it's really time to step up to like fighting guys that are in your position, the same position as you're in, up and coming, fresh, hungry, maybe a loss, maybe still undefeated, somewhere in there, 50-50 type of fight on paper. That's what we need now from Jarrell. Usyk Bellew gonna be that's gonna be fire right there. I was on Malik Scott's Instagram account. I was gonna post his Instagram video to my page, but it's literally only like 8 seconds. But Malik Scott's out there with Usyk. They went 15 rounds either today or late last night. But I seen the post that Malik Scott put up. Shouts out to Malik Scott. But yeah, he was on there just having fun on his little Instagram, and I seen Usyk was in the background, and I guess they went 15 rounds today. So Usyk's in shape. Cause I know Malik was in there probably moving, using angles. You know what I mean? You know what? I would love to see the footage of their sparring, man. Usyk and Malik Scott. I know it's just sparring, but being that Usyk can do different things, coming forward, making you miss, moving his head. He can go backwards and make you miss. He can turn and pivot. And then being the way that Malik Scott likes to fight, where he fights on his back foot, shows you head movement, quick hands, stuff like that. I'd be curious to see their sparring session. Unity Boxing says, "I still believe in Israel Gono." I like Israel as a prospect, man. You know what I'm saying? He just needs to be more active, yo. Like after the fight with Brazil, he took a lot of time off. Then he came back and tried to fight Fred Cassie, and Fred Cassie pretty much quit in the fight. Um, and Israel hasn't been in there since. You know what I mean? So I want to see Israel back. Um, there's a few other heavyweight fights I'm gonna look for them online right now, but today all I got to see was Dubois beat Kevin Johnson. We just did this Jarrell Miller and Adamek. Um, Simon King versus Dylan Carmen, that fight up there in Canada, that heavyweight fight up there. I want to check that out. I still don't know who won that fight yet, but I'm gonna find that fight. Um, Petar Malas, who actually beat Kevin Johnson and Francisco Pianata. I want to see how he did today. He fought a guy named Mirko Tenter, Mirko Tenter, who's 14-1-1. I want to check that one out. Um, who else fought tonight that's a heavyweight? Oh, Darmani Rock was in action. He headlined his own card out there in Philly. Darmani Rock is a 12-0 heavyweight prospect. He's another young kid, only about 22 years old. He was our Olympic hopeful in the U.S. for 2016 at super heavyweight. He ended up getting upset in the Olympic trials by Marlo Moore, Bay Area fighter who out there with Virgil Hunter. Marlo Moore's been in a lot of training camps with some top heavyweights too. But anyways, that's who Darmani Rock lost to. He didn't make it to the games. But anyways, he was headlining his own card in Philly tonight. He's 12-0. Want to check that one out. The Simon King, Dylan Carmen, and Patar Malas. I believe that's it. I think there were 5 fights tonight, 5 heavyweight fights in the world tonight I wanted to check out. So see what y'all talk about here, man. Johnny Payne said, rumor has it Joyce versus Washington. Yeah, Johnny, I actually put up yesterday, man. I don't know if you caught my video yesterday. I actually put up that Instagram post that Dubois came out with, where he had a picture of Jarrell Washington's face with bullseyes on him, like a target, like a kill shot, and he called him out for December 1st, told him to step up and sign a contract. So we'll see what Jarrell decides to do. Jarrell has had a comeback fight since his loss to Wilder. Came back and beat John Wesley No Fire. Pretty decent fight. Let me see here. Games PP, what's up, man? Lionel Witherspoon, what's good? School Bay, what's good to everybody, man? Bad News Brown Boxing says, what up with Dominic Brazil when he fight next? I don't know, man. I follow him on Instagram and he keeps saying, stay tuned for big announcement and stuff like that. He's training. He's currently training. That's one thing that I do know, that he is currently training. So I guess we'll see in due time here, man. You just joined in. Jarrell Miller took care of business, man. He went in there and battered the old warrior, man. Tomasz Adamek went in there and battered him, man. Stopped him in the second round. Body work, hooks, uppercuts. It was the right uppercut that did the most damage. Jarrell did a good job of cutting off the ring. Tomasz was trying to use angles. Like, technically, he was doing what I know he worked on and what he usually does ever since I've seen him fight. Trying to throw combinations, double up with left hands, turn, pivot. He was technically doing the right things. It was just too much to overcome, man. Just wasn't quite quick enough. He just couldn't absorb that many shots. The accumulation shots was getting to him as early as the second round. And he actually did go out trying to fight. He was hurt. That wasn't like him quitting. He was really hurt, man. Johnny Payne says, Ugono versus F.A. Ajagba. That would be crazy. Who you got? Man, the battle of ooh. I've seen Ugono in a war, man. Now, he came up short, but he showed me that he can get hit and get up. He also has a great right hand as well. I know everybody's high on my man FA's right hand, and I get it. I totally get it. He's putting motherfuckers to sleep, man. He's making them turn that ring into a Motel 6. You know what I mean? They're going straight to sleep. But people forget Iju, man. Go look at some of Iju Ugono's his knockout package. I forgot who he knocked out, man. Oh, this is gonna bother me. The dude he knocked out just unconscious, like ugly, scary knockout. But go watch his highlight package. He was doing the same thing, laying in those right hands. Iju seems to have more of a ability to circle and box. I've seen him do that in some of his fights. Julius Long, like when he couldn't go in there and just blow him out, where he had to use his jab and move around. He did it against Julius Long. Threw good combos. Dominic Brazil, he was doing it. But then he started to tire a little bit, on top of getting punched in the face, because Dominic Brazil had a lot to do with that, putting pressure on him, landing shots. I haven't seen that from FA, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have that in his bag. Because, right, I mean, if you go in there and your opponent doesn't force you to go to that second, third, fourth gear, and you can just coast on going out there and just set up, jab, right hand, and they fall and go to sleep, they ain't, shit, it's not really much that you can do. You know what I mean? But, man, that's a tough one. because that right hand, man, I'll probably edge it to Iju right now. I'm gonna probably edge it to Iju right now. But if Iju continued not to really be in the ring and FA Jack was working his way up, and he gets to that 13, 14 and 0 mark within the next year, and Iju really ain't fighting nobody, then I may put it towards FA Jack. But man, but right now, if they were to fight tomorrow, Sunday, tomorrow, and they were set to fight, I'll probably go Iju. I don't know, Unity, man. I see you says Iju should be a cruiser. He has fought a cruiser before, but yo, Iju's a solid like two. Was he 225? To me, he looks solid, yo. He looked like if he tries to do it now, I think he could probably do it, being the athlete that he is. But I'm not sure it. I'm not sure it'll help him at this point, because he'll have like the little fat that he does have on him. He'll be losing a lot of muscle weight too, man. But he did fight as cruiser years ago though, so I'm not saying that he's never done it, because he obviously has. He would be a tall ass cruiserweight, man. Because Israel's about what, 6'5". That's pretty damn tall. I remember back in the day there was a dude who moved up to heavyweight in the '90s. I used to watch in like the mid to late '90s. What's my man's name? Alfred Cole. Y'all remember, some of y'all old heads remember Al Cole? He moved up and fought like Tim Witherspoon. He was like 6'4" with like an 80-inch reach. But he had moved up and took on like Tim Witherspoon, and he fought Kirk Johnson. I think him and Kirk fought twice. And then Alfred went on like a long losing streak towards the end of his career, man, on a complete downside. But Alfred Cole was a former, I believe he was the IBF cruiserweight title holder. I think he had like 5 or 6 defenses. I forget exactly how many, but 6'4", 6'5" is tall for a cruiser. Yeah, Pete Long. I seen somewhere too where FA had like a 88-inch reach, and I was sitting there like, damn, is this accurate? 'Cause sometimes they even box recs sometimes would be off with those reach. Because remember Luis Ortiz, for years I thought that man had an 84-inch reach, and come to find out it's 78. You know who else's reach that I thought was probably fabricated a little bit was Brian Jennings at his 84, but he really does have an 84-inch reach. Yeah, Johnny Payne, you talking about Lawrence Okoli? Yep, he's another 6'5" cruiserweight. Detroit versus everybody was good, man. What up though, as they say in Detroit? He says Ugono is nice. Should have beat Brazil. Yeah, I picked Ugono to win that fight, and he started off exactly what a lot of us that were picking Iju. He started the fight doing exactly what a lot of us fans were saying that he should do and would do to win the fight, using his boxing skills, circling, meaning using traditional boxing skills is what I mean. Circling, high guard, pumping his jab, placing the right hand in good spots. He was tagging Brazil, and then looked like Iju kind of either try to start a little bit too fast. He just got tired, man. And once you get tired, and Brazil you're right there for him to hit. He's going to hurt you, man. That's a big dude throwing leather in there, man. That dude start tagging you. It's going to take effect. Brazil got a lot of heart too, though, man, because Iju was tagging his ass, tagging him. But Iju started to breathe heavy, and his guard started to, it went from tight and up here to just dragging it, and it looked like it was hard for him to hold his hands up. Let me see here. Al Max says, who will win, Jennings or Dillian shit? Or Dillian White. He put Dillian shit, but Dillian White. I will go with, I'll edge it to Dillian. I'll edge that one to Dillian White. I think it'd be entertaining. It's just, stylistically, it'd be entertaining, man. Because Jennings, even though he has an 84-inch reach, he's not really this jabber type guy. He's a dude who wants to come forward, put up the high guard, and snap singles, meaning he'll have his hard guard up. He may let you throw one, or as you're throwing out of that high guard, he'll come with a lead hook, a lead left hook, or a lead right hook, or a lead uppercut. Singles. He likes to chop you down with singles. You know what I mean? So left hook, a hard left hook, hard right uppercut. It's not like a fluid, fast combo. It's more of a chop, 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 chop as he's coming forward with the high guard. If I was on my bag, I'll show you guys, but you guys get what I'm saying if I'm not confusing you. Come forward and chop you up with punches with a little brief uh, pause in between of each chop and shot. You know what I mean? While holding his guard up, trying to defend. That's how Jennings fights him. He wants to get on the inside. Trap House Boxing. What it do, man? Trap House, what'd you think of the fight, man? Did you go live? I just turned on. I didn't know who was going live. If anybody, I don't know who was going live on this joint. I just turned it on. Did you go live for this one? Yo, as I started to watch though, I seen what's old boy's name? Beterbiev. He got dropped. Hey, he had to earn he had to earn his money tonight. He was hurt for real. He had to earn his money tonight, man. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh, you didn't catch the fight. Well, Jarrell went in there and chopped him up, yo. It was second round knockout. The first round, Tomasz came out moving, trying to throw little 3-4 punch combinations, put up the high guard. He was trying to bend at the waist and slip off to the sides. He wasn't trying to back up in a straight line. He was trying. Technically, he had a good game plan, but Jarrell was kind of doing what I was just saying Jennings likes to do: come forward, chop you with hard singles, and then Jarrell started to put them together more fluidly in combination form. Right hooks to the body, uppercuts, right uppercuts, left. I mean, he just started chopping them up, man. Started walking them back. There was times when Tomasz was stuck against the ropes, and he just started to wear out, man. That was pretty much it. Big Nick says, he says that Mr. Boxer Day 2, you can only beat what's put in front of you, and I do think Miller would cause AJ and Wilder some problems, but he can't be serious about himself fighting Adamek, can he? I think he's serious. I think Jarrell Miller is very serious about himself, very serious about his career. Um, Sometimes guys try to position themselves, man, business wise and for fight that'll make the most sense for them as far as money and being televised and them wanting to be comfortable. So sometimes they'll make them type of decisions where you're kind of like, why is he fighting this dude? I think this was just more of a TV date um, in Chicago, knowing that Adamek has a Polish following. He's a name to have on your resume. He's an old former two division lower weights, but two division former title holder. He has the name out there, and more of a stay busy type of thing, in my opinion, for Jarrell. You know what I mean? That's pretty much all I can say about it, man. But his next fight, I believe, does have to be against somebody where it's that feel of a 50-50 ish type of situation. Not one of these, 90-10, you know what I mean? 99% we think this guy's going to win. He has to be in one of those 50-50 ish, Dillian White ish type of situations. Dominic Brazil, somebody, one of those type of situations. Um, yeah, so that's my opinion on that. Let's see here. Yeah, and Trap House just said something too. He says, Mr. Boxing always told you about Miller beating AJ, but Ed won't let Big Baby fight AJ. Look, man, I think, a lot of fans are looking at how big that the new age heavyweights are 6'7", 6'8". They're this, they're that, they're this, that. And my thing is, look, man, every style, no matter how big, how tall, how small, how fast, how whatever, there's always a kryptonite for what you do well. And I think the kryptonite for the big guys, it might not be, shut up, damn dog. It might not be another big, tall heavyweight that's going to be the one that's caused you the most problems. It may be that in a smaller guy in nowadays version isn't it is the 6 feet 6'1" guys, but it's also like 6'4" is damn near being looked at as short and small nowadays in the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? So this version of, and Jarrell's not a small guy, right? He's fucking 317 pounds. You guys get what I'm saying. He's not the guy with the 85-inch reach, and he's not 6'8". You know what I mean? Plus his style, even though he's 6'4", 317, is more of a how a 5'10", 5'11", 6-foot guy from the 80s and 90s was. Put the high guard up. Either you're moving your head, bobbing and weaving, trying to get in and land body shots and combinations. That's what Jarrell Miller does. He just packages it in a 6'4", 320-pound body. You know what I mean? So, and I think what give Wilder problems is somebody actually getting inside that right hand and going to his body and making it a mid-range fight where Wilder's not being able to throw long shots. I'm not saying Wilder doesn't have any power with short shots, but to me, his best work is when he can fight you at long distances. AJ, AJ has more of a mid-range type of fighting style, so Jarrell may get what he wants looking for AJ fighting like that. But I've seen Povetkin bust his nose. I've seen Takam, you know, be able to be in position to land good shots and work, but he just wasn't really effective. And Parker was able to land some good shorter type shots. So it can be a good fight, man. Plus, again, when somebody's wearing your body out and they're fully committed to wearing your body out, you know, that can slow you down going later on into a fight, man. So a guy like Adam Konowski and Jarrell Miller, and I wouldn't just count them guys out as just plotters coming forward. I'm giving those guys some good chances to beat some of these 6'8", 6'9" dudes, man. I know that was long-winded, but when you breaking down styles, Big Nick says Joshua loves mid-range. Yeah, and that's what I've been saying. He's one of those guys where he's 6'6", over 80-inch reach, 250 pounds, but he loves mid-range. That's why I say he reminds me of Riddick Bowe with that type of mindset where he really wants to be mid-range. Yes, he'll throw the jab and keep you at bay with the jab like he was doing Povetkin, jabbing him to his body. But when AJ really is when they're like that mid-range type of feel, because he's more of an uppercut, left hook type of puncher, in my opinion, combination thrower. Trap House says AJ is only a mid-range fighter. Then I see Detroit versus everybody says Wilder has no inside game. That's why that fight right there is intriguing. Listen to what Detroit versus everybody said, and Big Nick to really make the point, because he says the same thing. Trap House was really is saying as well. He says Big Nick says Joshua loves mid-range. Trap House says AJ is only a mid-range fighter. Detroit versus everybody says Wilder has no inside game. It comes down to, you know, stepping in, getting in Wilder's long right hand, and try to make a fight from right there. Kind of like what Andre Ward was doing with Kovalev. I'm not gonna let you fight me long, because you're gonna end up busting me up with them straight shots, getting maximum power. I'm stepping in your maximum power, that straight stuff, and see if you can mix up hooks and uppercuts and catch and roll and, you know what I mean, bend at the waist and go shoulder to shoulder. That type of fight. All right, y'all. Love chopping up with y'all, man. My dog is getting on my nerves in the back, man. So I'm gonna hop off, man. The other heavyweight fights tonight. Ooh, Vargas has got stunned. Delorme is busting. He almost dropped him. The Delorme Vargas fight is on right now. But I'll go over the other heavyweight fights, man. I did the Dubois and Johnson fight. I did the Miller and Adamek. I'm gonna go over those prospects I told you to have fights tonight. Patar Malaz, Darmani Rock, and Noski Solomon. I know he fought already. Want to check him out too, man. So I'll drop some more vids. Y'all be easy. I'm gone.